Major high school news today regarding a Georgia quarterback commit, Colton Nussmeier, was ruled ineligible. We discussed that today and much more. All right, what's going on, y'all, man? Welcome back to the show. So, if y'all know my TikTok, I talked about this. It's a quick reaction video, but there's some more details revolving around this. So, I had to react to this and talk a little bit about it, man. But the four-star quarterback that committed to Georgia last week officially been ruled ineligible to play by the UIL, the Universal Interscholastic, out there in Texas. And what people say in the comments is they're very strict when it comes to Texas ball. Right now, remember, he's the second player that's top 10 ranked or in the state of Texas that's been ruled ineligible to play this season. The other player is John Meredith, right? Five-star cornerback. He's supposed to make his decision on Friday of where he's going to go between Texas, Texas A&M, and Alabama, right? So why is this important? Because we want to see these kids play their last year, bro. Like, let's be for real, right? So the previous school that he was at, Flower Mound, is saying that he decided to leave for athletic reasons. And basically, according to the Texas bylaws, if you leave for athletic reasons, you can no longer play, right? You are no longer eligible and you will not be playing in their state, right? That's essentially what they had to say according, to their bylaws and their rules, right? Now there is more detail on this, obviously, regarding Nussmeier. Here's from Dallas Morning News. So I want you guys to see this, okay? So what was said? All right. So the Nussmeier family insisted that they moved for family reasons and that athletics had nothing to do with Nussmeier moving from Class 6A school to a 5A powerhouse that had won 12 or more games in 9 of the last 11 seasons. They signed a lease on a house in Denton in April and are in the process of selling the previous house, according to the testimony in the meeting. We made a family decision to move to Denton and give Colton an opportunity to grow in a smaller school environment in a more diverse group of people, said Nussmeier's father, Doug Nussmeier, who is the offensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints. Colton has adapted and is thriving. He is happy, smiling, and enjoying going to school. Outgoing Denton ISD athletic director Joey Florence said the district did a home visit and that everything met all of our requirements. Doug said Denton was one of the communities the family considered when they first moved to the area about 10 years ago, and that Ryan was one of the options they considered. All right, we like the community feel, the uniqueness and diversity. He said it is much different than where we had lived and where Colton has gone to school. When it comes to diversity, this is a major reason why he decided to move. Flower Mound Marcus coach Mike Alexander said Marcus' football team is about 90% white. He said he didn't have any evidence of documentation against Colton, but felt obligated from an integrity standpoint to check the box indicating he moved for athletic purposes. He said he never had a problem with Colton or his family. I don't have any documentation that says Colton and I had a blow up. Colton and I had a disagreement. Colton has always represented Marcus High School at the highest level. Alexander said, I checked what I feel. Given the proximity of the relocation, I checked yes. Alexander said, to the best of his recollection, the day it was announced Marcus' offensive coordinator was leaving the program was the same day he first met with Doug and found out Colton was transferring. Doug said the change of the coaching staff had nothing to do with their move. This move was not made for athletic purposes, Doug said. Colton was not recruited. Colton was in good academic standing at Marcus and holding a near 4.0 GPA. He was in good standing with the Marcus football team. He was not happy or dissatisfied with Coach Alexander or any coaches at Marcus. Colton did not play on a non-school team with Denton Ryan players. Colton did not have connection of any kind with Denton Ryan's football coaches. This move is not about football, Mike Alexander or the Marcus football team. Our family move is about changes in our family, downsizing, and growth opportunities for our son. Colton, 6'4", 195, rated 17th best quarterback in the nation, 32 second best recruit in Texas, number one quarterback in the Dallas area in the class of 2027. He's a non-rated player in DFW, which is Dallas-Fort Worth. Marcus officials marked on PAPF that he transferred for athletic purposes after he joined a Denton Ryan squad that went 12-2 and went to a region final. Colton lists 22 offers. Okay, so all that stuff was said in the article. Obviously, a great job done by this reporter. His name is Greg Riddle. Y'all go check out this article. Did a really great job of summarizing that. Right. So what do I get from that? What I basically take away is it sounds like, I'll be real with y'all. From talking to kids, knowing kids, sometimes when an offensive coordinator leaves, somebody you're very familiar with, more oftentimes than not, having a coordinator switch, not every kid likes that. Not every kid wants to play for a program that decides to change their offensive coordinator. Like, let's be honest. That's number one. Number two, I think he wants to fine tune his game a little bit. I think he wants to play in heightened competition, right? Obviously, like I said, it was a family move. I'm not denying that. But sometimes when you play like a Denton Ryan, you know it's a good school. Hey, let me go up against the best of the best. Let me see what I can do, right? Playing according to Marcus, like he played, did what he was supposed to do, but the family already had a place in April, right there. Didn't transfer for athletic reasons. They already have a place. All the documentation is correct. I don't see the issue. And like I said in my TikTok video, Texas should have a situation like they don't allow you to transfer for athletic reasons. At least give one transfer, right? I get the transfer portal, not having everybody transfer. It makes sense. But I think it was even a kid that commented on mine. He was like, yeah, I transferred out of state, came back in, and they said I was ineligible. Like, I think that part's a little much. I think allow the kids to play, give them one transfer in high school. That's it. One transfer, you're done. After that one transfer, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You're ineligible. But apparently, they've had their rule for a long time. I don't think Texas will probably change that no time soon, but I'll say this. In terms of your state, garnering revenue, bringing in talent, right? You're going to sway people away if the top players aren't playing. The top players are people who can't get a chance to see. I know it's high school. I ain't saying it's college. But remember, Texas is known for football, right? If kids are running into this issue, right, they're gonna find other ways. So always ways to circumvent and go around the process, right? I can always transfer to Arizona. I can always transfer to California. I can always transfer to another state. And I think that's what Texas is gonna probably start seeing, especially if they stay on these rules like this with some of their top prospects, especially from the Dallas Fort Worth area, like a John Meredith, like Colton Nussmeier, and you don't allow them to play. It just to me, it hurts the brand, right? To me, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Now it's different if this guy has 3, 4 transfers in his career, entirely different thing. But one transfer, I don't think that's the end of the world, right? They decided to move downsize. It makes sense. All the kids are out of the house, right? Garrett, what I'm saying, is, off trying to make it in the league, right? His dad is Doug, New Orleans Saints, right? Their house is it's downsized, it's getting smaller. You don't need as much room. Makes sense, right? Denton Ryan, I know it's a powerhouse school from what people say, and won a lot of games, but maybe he just wanted another opportunity, another challenge, right? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with another challenge? What's wrong with another opportunity? What's wrong with a chance to see the flowers and see what else is out there for me? I don't really see the issue with that, in my personal opinion. So, it's tough because, like I said, people want to see him play, especially with him going to Georgia. Him being a top end quarterback, like they want to see bro play. They want to see him, that boy sling that ball. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of eyes out there that's gonna be trying to check him out and seeing what he able can do and bring to the table. So hopefully, like I said, Meredith and Nussmeier can, get an appeal. Obviously, they said the appeal rate is not very high there for UIL, but hopefully they can appeal and they allow these boys to play because you don't want to see top prospects from the state of Texas, from the Dallas area, not play. I get it. I know they don't allow transfers for athletic purposes, things like that. But at the same time, man, we want to see the top players play. Make it fair. Make it make sense, right? And then you can just avoid drama if you are the state of Texas, right? You don't need your best players transferring out to another state, going to Mississippi, or I'm not saying people would, but going to Oklahoma or going to Alabama or going to Georgia, right? Or Tennessee, right? Because those places they can go play. At the end of the day, these kids want to play. They don't want to be like, I don't want to have my senior year and have to sit out. I want to play. Stuff happens, man. So I think sometimes with these bylaws, they're not flexible enough and they make it tougher on the kid. And I think sometimes, bro, you gotta just, you know, understand the situation, right? Sometimes see it from a different lens, different perspective, have some empathy. I ain't saying you let everybody and their mama transfer, but one transfer, one time, cool. After that, that's it. You're ineligible, you know? But one transfer ain't gonna hurt. And this don't seem like a kid that's gonna be just transferring to transfer, right? Different situation, family moving, gotta do what you gotta do, right? So I don't think there was no beef. I just think he saw, what I'm saying? Parents saw opportunity. Hey, we're gonna downsize. Our kid's getting older. He's about to graduate from high school. Hey, we're gonna move to a smaller area, right? We're gonna move to a different area, one with a little bit more diversity for him. That's it. What's wrong with that? I don't see the issue. Me personally, I don't see the issue. But that's my thoughts, man. That's the ineligibility. I did a reaction on my TikTok for it, but this one is separate, with obviously more details, more facts to the situation, man. But like I said, for Georgia fans, hopefully he gets a chance to play. Want to see him play. Want to see some highlights of him. You know what I'm saying? Didn't play, play some last year, but what I'm saying, we want to see a little bit more. We want to see that polished product. You know what I'm saying, before it's said and done, man. So hopefully we'll see an appeal. Hopefully they'll grant it to those two guys. We'll see what happens. Some people might feel like it'll open up a rabbit hole of more transfers. All depends on what UIL is going to do, but they're very strict. You can go back to Texas for a long time. Very strict, they UIL. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, man. But that's my thoughts. That's my reaction. Appreciate you guys always tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video, join, and become a member today. You know what I'm saying? Please help me out. Help me keep my lights on. But till next time, I'll see you guys. And remember, it's always peace and love.